Hey friends, Trisha Clark here with Sparkle Fart Paper Crafts, and we are going to put together the Tempest Garden Round 2 journal. I finally got the fabrics in to make my cover, and so here is the cover. Isn't she gorgeous? There we go, just like that. And then here's the inside. So we're going to add our pockets here, and we're going to sew in the signature today and maybe add our fabric flip. That's probably the extent of what we're going to do today, and then we'll start loading it with ephemera another day. So I'm thinking a black lace is what I want on the inside of this one. Let's grab our black lace. I thought I had a large black or wide black lace. Yep. So we could do this as our pocket, and I would probably honestly do it this way so that we have that straight edge to hold everything in. But I think this is going to be our inside pockets. Let me make sure I have it the right way around. I can never tell on some of these. There we go. Or if we didn't want to do that, we could maybe. Oh no, I don't see them. Here in our little basket of stuff, we could do something like this on the inside and decorate that bag. We could add some papers here. Really think I like the lace though. I don't feel like I want to add paper on the inside. I think they're going to go with this. So let's get out our fabric tack, and whoop, we're upside down again, aren't we? Goodness gracious. Okay. Do I have it all there right? Wow, can't tell. Which way does it go? Which way does it go? I think I like it this way. Okay, so now we have it laid out, and I'm going to put glue across the bottom, and then we'll worry about this. This fabric tack has this 3-in-1 glue. It's a different lid than I'm used to, and I'm not sure I love it. It was a little bit leaky when I got it, like the seal inside had been broken. Okay, let's set this down here. Make sure we get it lined up all the way across. And we've got a little extra here we can trim off. That's okay. Let's get something to put down with. Definitely didn't want to do that. There we go. Then let's go ahead and get this side here. And how far? Right about there. Nailed it. Get that paint off of there and see if it becomes any more helpful. Definitely don't want to put white paint on here. Okay. All right. And then on this side, we need to pull it a little taut, don't we, before, and put the glue. That was a sudden departure. I have no idea. I got a phone call and it completely shut off my video. So I don't know what you saw there, but here is the fabric or the lace pocket for the inside of the journal. And once we sew in the signature, it'll tighten this up too. And this will be just for some extra pieces, maybe a tag or something. I think that'll be really cute. So this is the journal, and let's get out its signature. I think I'm going to have enough ephemera left over that I've already made that we shouldn't have to make too much, but I've got some extras here just in case we do. All right, so here is our signature. Let's make sure everything's in here that we want. I love this front cover. We should add some glossy accents to those raindrops, don't you think? See, I'm already getting off track. All right, let's see what's in here. Triple dyed papers from Debbie Epps. More of the number papers like we had in the other one. We've got our envelope to decorate. I should probably do that before I sew this in, so I'm glad we're going through this. Plenty of journaling papers. So you can tell that this one is definitely more botanical and woodland versus rainy porch, rainy afternoon. I just love me little birds. Some vintage railroad ledger. Taking stuff off on the floor over here. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a little bit of glossy accents work before we sew this in and then let it dry on a few pages. Some vintage sheet music going on here. Some threads. So how many pages are we going to have total? Let's see. And actually, instead of sewing this envelope in, I'm going to do something where, not on this page per se, maybe this one, where we will have it flip and these will be tucks, I think is what I'm going to do. I saw Gail Augustadilli do that the other day and I thought that's brilliant because I don't always like working with the envelopes once they're sewed in. I think they're hard to get in and out of sometimes. So let's do that. All right, so that becomes something we do need to decorate. It's fine. I'm going to get the glossy accents and we're going to take care of a couple of pages and let those dry. And I think I'm kind of changing the game plan for today. Now, what I love about glossy accents is it only takes, if you only do a light layer, it only takes 15 to 30 minutes to dry, which is awesome. I need to make sure where's a pin. Make sure that is well. Just going to, okay. Now glossy accents, you don't want to shake because if you shake it, it causes air bubbles and then it doesn't work as well. But we're just going to add some slight layer of glossy accents, not on all of these raindrops, but a few. And I think you saw this on the other one. And if not, go check out the flip through and the in-process videos for the first Tempest Garden. I had a lot of fun creating that one with a lot of fun bits of ephemera, which you'll see more of when we decorate this one. All right, and I think we should do his eyeball. Glossy accents just add so much cool dimension to eyes, to anything. Water. I don't know. I think so. Let me zoom in here and you can take a look and see if you think we've done enough on this page. Can you see it? I love his eyeball. So cute. All right, so that was that page. And then we're going to flip that other side out and do some over here as well. One of those cases where I wasn't as far along and as ready to sew this in as I thought I was. Oh, come on. That's a little thick. This one might take a little bit longer to dry. And I am knocking lace off left and right over here. Well, just left, but okay. A little bit. And a little bit. Not quite as many raindroplets on this side of the page. Is there? Oh, got a couple in his fur. We need to grab those. Okay. Oh, I think I want this one over here. Just sort of balance him out. Yep, we've got a few over here. Do this one. Not that you're going to see it all spread out like this. Okay. So let's do a couple on this little stalk. Beautiful. All right, let me see if I can't get this up a little closer to you for you to see what we've done with the whole page. Just some of those raindrops on those flowers. And we're going to set that up here to dry. And I feel like there was one more pay that we thought we might want that on. For one, I don't feel like they're as obvious. Like, it's obvious the glass is wet, but I'm not sure it's going to come through the way I would want it to. So I think it was just another page back here. Yes, this one. And this one, we can do some of the streaks of rain. And then we can do her eye. That's not an eye. That's a big old raindrop, isn't it? Her eye's right there. Right? I can't tell. No, that's just a drop. That's her eye, and that's just a little raindrop on her feathers. I almost said her fur. Her feathers. Good use. There. Nice big one right there. And then a couple of these streaks. Okay, let's see if you can see what this one looks like if I get it up close to the camera. Can you see those streaks of rain and how that just adds a little something and a little glisten to the page? Oh, I think we need some more over here, though. It's not quite balanced out with the left side. There we go. Better. Okay. There. Now, I think we've got a little bit everywhere. And so I think that was it. So we're going to let those dry, and then we'll get started again on getting things sewn in. So I'll be back. All right, I'm back. These have dried. Look, can you see now? Oh, they just turned out so pretty. I just love glossy accents. And normally I'm not obsessed with them, but I think because I've been working in all these rain journals that I felt like they were necessary, and then fell in love with the eyeballs. So here is our signature, and it is ready to go. I did add a couple of things because I was watching Gail Agostinelli's Patreon, where she shares all these great ideas, and I love to craft along with her, and made this really cute page where it's got fabric and lace sewn on, and it could be journaling spot inside. So this can get sewn in to your journal. Or in this one, which I had already sewn together, I just glued it down to the page and added journaling space inside. And then I left this top part here a pocket. Aren't those so cute? I've been playing with fabrics in my sewing machine and made those. So you could do it either way. Like I said, I glued this one in because I'd already have this signature of this journal together. But this one I'm going to actually sew in. And I love this Tim Holtz Laboratory fabric with the colors in here. I just think that turned out really cool. So we are going to get this sewn together. Find our middle here. All right. And I'm just going to make sure that that is nestled, that it's centered and nestled right in there, and crease that really well to make sure it doesn't shift. And then make sure it's not crooked. I am notorious for getting them in crooked, which is really embarrassing. All right, then I'm going to take my big binder clips and I'm going to attach it. I'm going to clip all this down. One on the bottom, or one on the top, and one on the bottom. Oh, see, it's already crooked. Let's do that again. Yo, I am on the struggle bus today. It has been something else. Let's just get those. Oh, I see why. Got to get our fabric flip out of there. It's bulking it up and is causing them to shift before they get sewn in. All right, there we go. Sure, that's in the middle there. And I'll go ahead and do this on the top. This one on the bottom. I like to keep it folded so that I know it's nestled there in the middle, so that when I poke the holes, everything is good to go. Now, I'm not a measurer when it comes to this. I'm really not. I am, it needs to be Got to get back in there a little bit more than where it is. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in. Get that close to the center there. Okay. Really, really struggling today. I don't know why. Okay. All right. I think we're in there. And I'm just going to take my awl, and I don't mark my spots. I eyeball it. And why is this so wonky? You know what? I think we're going to get one more clip and put it here because feeling like it is staying where it's supposed to on this left side. And I don't know what to do is. I'm going to have to edit out like half of this video. Oh, I bet it's that page with all the fabric. Okay, let's do that. That's what it is. It's a little bulkier than what I normally start with. I normally add all that kind of stuff afterward. Okay. All right. And I'm going to take my awl, and I'm roughly going in the middle and poking it straight through, and want to make sure that it really comes through the center of that spine. Let's see through there. And I know a lot of you already know how to bind your books, but I also find it's one of those things that can really trip up beginners. All right, now I'm going to go in about 1 inch from the bottom. Make sure, yep, we're right in the center of that spine. And then I'm going to go 1 inch, roughly 1 inch from the top, and do the same. Okay. Now I'm using this gray grungy wax thread. It's my favorite for the journals I've been working on lately. Yeah. And I usually go 3.5 times the length of my book, the height of my book. And the reason I do that is because I'm not sure if I want to do charms. And if I cut it any shorter, I feel like they're never long enough for the charms to hang out below. All right, where is my needle? Pardon my read. There we go. Isn't this the cutest bag? I got this at TJ Maxx, I think, for $7. It's lovely fabric. So cute. And it's great for holding all of these bookbinding supplies. All right. That one looks like my favorite. It's got the wax in the eye of the needle. Thread the needle. I don't remember what that's from, but I feel like it suits so many scenarios. Okay. I'm going to thread my needle. Nope. Come on. Feeling really blind today. There we go. All right. Pull a decent sized tail there. And I'm going to go through the front because, again, I want those strings to hang inside. And I'm going to go through the middle one first and then through the bottom. Oh, come on. This is where it always gets tricky for me, is like come through the hole I already poked, not a new one, please. I'm really struggling to see today. Yeah, see, it shifted. I'm not sure what's happening today. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to go all the way to the top. It's always so much easier to go through the pages first than it is to go through this. All right, then, oh, that one's coming right through. Now, the big thing you want to watch for here that I struggle with is you don't want this thread to come up through your first thread and split it, because you'll have a really hard time tightening your book. Ask me how I know, because I have screwed that up more than once. All right, we have both of our, we are not centered. This one is way short. There we go. Yeah, see? Can you see how that came through there? And it's splitting it. I'm going to have to weave that back out because we don't want that. That will not help our book. Okay. All right, those are both hanging below now. And we need one strand coming up either side of that middle one. And pull tight to make sure that these are tight and that these are tight. And then tie that in a nice tight knot. They're pretty tight. And then one more knot for good measure. And I'm going to leave those dangle, and I'm going to add a charm as like the last thing that I do there of some sort. Okay. It's together. we're lined up down the middle, which sometimes it's a feat in and of itself. And I love this thread in this one because it's not very visible. And I don't really want to put lace on the spine of every journal that I make. And I don't know what I want the topper to be for this yet. All right, let's take off those clips. We're going to add our fabric flip and we're going to add our pockets and we're going to be done for today. All right. I need my fabric glue for the fabric flip. Okay. And I have my pockets here in this nifty little container. And let's see. Where do we want to put? Isn't she gorgeous? Again, something learned, like, so these are my own little clusters, but watching Mama Gail, as Margaret calls her, I love that she uses her scraps of fabrics to do a fabric flip. And so I don't do it in every journal, but this one I just felt like called for it. So we need to decide where we want that to go. And I feel like it needs to go on a, how about right there? And then underneath that, we can glue that down and there's a ton of journaling space under there. I love that. Let's do that. Easy peasy. Look, decisions made already. I'm just going to put a strip of glue right across here and make sure I'm gluing that to that page, not the page behind it. There we go. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay. Now, so we have a pocket there. We could do something on the back of him. And what we have this pocket, which opens up, and there's a pocket here and a pocket here. And it could also be a tuck spot here. I kind of like the idea of it being right on that edge. And not this page, maybe another one, but let's take a look. I'm going to leave this for journaling space. Again, ooh, I might like that even better. You still see some of the fun numbers. We've got the nice flip, and then this could be a tuck as well. And then on the other side, we still get to enjoy all of those gorgeous numbers. Question is, do we like it over here on this side? Or do we like it on this side? I think I like it on this side because I think it complements this page really well. All right. So I'm going to glue on all three of these sides and leave this one. I don't want to use my fabric pen for that. So where is the... We want to leave the side with the flap is the side for gluing. This is the side that stays open. I want to know how many of you have glued your tucks on backward. Make me feel better because I can't tell you how often I do it. And I know it's supposed to be a neat little trick of hold the side you don't want glued. I inevitably will screw it up. I just can't seem to help myself. Okay. Go. She's a little long for that page. I'm going to put a glue pane. I know I have a glue page here somewhere. Underneath this page because I don't want it to stick to the page behind it. Okay. Let's make sure that she's not so long. She didn't glue down on this. There we go, because she's a little long. There. We can leave her long or we can trim her. It doesn't really matter. And then she needs a little more glue on this end where she was on the... Oh, so cute. Love it. Yeah, so we have a journaling spot here. We have a tuck spot here, a tuck spot here for a tall, skinny tag, and then we have a place for something, a journal card or something back here. Beautiful. All right, there we go. Yeah, let's trim that because it's a little long. That one's even a little too long for me. I don't love it. Okay. I'm usually pretty good at keeping imperfections, but this one's looking a little rough. Yeah. Much better. All right, perfect. sure that tuck is still closed. Good deal. It is. I want to make sure I didn't cut something open that should be closed. I did. Good deal. Okay. All right. Let's go on a couple pages. We've got our flip there. We've got some music paper here. We could put something on. Or we can go on. What do you think? Should we keep this as journaling space? I feel like you could write on that pretty well. Let's keep looking. Aren't those birds so sweet? All right, here I know we need to decorate our little flip here with something. And we could glue that and tuck it closed, or we can leave it. It does leave some really nice journaling space, doesn't it? I think we'll leave it as a flip. And when we decorate, we'll come back and collage on this side of it. We could put something here. It gives us good 3 pages in between to space things out. And we're not going to do anything on this page other than maybe add a tab or a label or something. So let's go here. We have this. Nope, see, this is going to have to go on this side. So that one's out. This one is just like that other one. Ooh, I know what we need to do. We need to find the other side of this and put this one there so it's balanced out. And we'll put this one on this side like so. Or, again, do we want it on this side? I think it's this one. Same thing. I'm going to leave this one a little long at the top, and we'll trim it at the top. Actually, we're just going to trim off. I'm having a hard time staying. Yeah, there we go. Where is my, needs to be inked a little bit now. Okay, there. Yep, so we're going to put her right there the same way we did the other one. I am not going to glue this side. Not going to glue this side. Got it. Glue along the top. And along this edge. Go. Good deal. Oh yeah, that fits perfectly. Good. Not too long. We don't have any glue oozing out the backside. Awesome. Nice. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So where do we put our fabric flip? I skipped a step, I think. So let's go find the other side of this one and do some sort of a flip, a tuck, something. What do I want to do over there? When was it? That. Here it is. Something over here. Or, so this one, so the fabric flip is very thick at the top. So I want to try to balance out that bulk. And so I think adding this one at the bottom makes sense. And it has to go on this side. It is very wide. And I want that tab to stick out and open. And so this one then would be a pocket in the top. And then you would have a pocket here and the pocket there and a nice journaling spot. This should have been inked up before I glued it down, and I did not do that. That pocket is not standing out very well. That's okay. We're going to put something in it anyway. All right, so in this case, I'm going to glue 3 sides. And that works because this ended up being upside down, and I don't love that anyway. Go. Not too. Good, no glue oozing out the back. It's going to close fine. Beautiful. Then, again, just to reiterate, we're going to have a tuck here. Right, this opens. We have a tuck there. And we have, obviously this is too big for it, and a pocket here. We need to do a label. We have a label here, but think a journal card is probably what's going to go in there. And these aren't for this. These are, I just cut up the master board and they're what I have on my desk at the moment. Okay. All right, let's go back to the front half of the signature. It's just a one signature journal. Now on this one, I have this gorgeous pocket, but I think it's, did I do that one backwards? I feel like I did. Oh, it would be really pretty there though, wouldn't it? I feel like she's meant to go on this side though. And I think I'll trim some of her off because I want to put a piece of coffee dyed paper behind that, a big journaling spot. But I think she's a little bit too wide. And so we're going to trim that off. I don't know if that's going to be the spot, but okay, where's the middle? Let's get to the middle and then decide. I kind of like it like that. What do you think? That one again, I think it blends in too much there. I really want to leave this as a journaling page, regardless of what half we're on. I think that journaling space is important. That doesn't look right. Yeah, I think we're going to put it here. And I think maybe I'm supposed to leave it straight on this side and round the corners over here. No, I think it was large, actually. Yes, I think we'll do that. We'll have these three little pockets. And then we'll have this as a big top. And we'll glue on three sides. So we will not glue on this. And that will make sure that we leave this as journaling space as well. All right, so what's on the other side of that? That's our center. And then we're here. Not ready for that. What other pockets do I have here? That's an over the page that we need to figure out. Is that too blendy? Because I really don't like that on there. This is something altogether different that needs to go over here somewhere. I'm not ready for that. Do we just have a little corner tuck? Something can go in? That could work. Or is this too windy? I guess it really depends on what you put in it to make it stand out. Let's look at some music tags and see if putting something lighter in there is going to help. Obviously, again, not the right tag. And here. Let's just pretend for a moment that it would be something like that. Yeah, I think that could be pretty. Let's do it. And they're shallow. We can do small journal cards or some tickets or something like that. And then do we want them just one on top of each other or do we want to stagger them a little bit? I think I want to stagger them a little. And what I'm not doing on this one that I did on the other Tempest Garden is on the other one, I did tons of lace edges. And I want this one to be, I don't know, a little bit grungier. So I'm not going to add a bunch of laces to this one. Keep it a little bit simpler. Not everybody wants all of that. I do, but we'll leave that for journaling. I've got a nice big journaling spot here and here. So I don't want to do too much here because I want to make sure that it's still right on it. We probably need to make a writing board for this one because of some of the bulky fabric pieces. All right, let's go back and make sure we're balanced with what we're doing. So we have this guy. We're going to put some coffee dye there when we decorate. Then we have this pocket on that page. And in the back, we have that pocket on that page. Perfect. We go forward 2 pieces. We have our fabric flip. Go to the other side and we have our flip pocket. Great. Then we go a few more pages, and we have this pocket, which is our center, and then we have these pockets. So it is that. 1, 2, 3. We haven't done a belly band. Should we do that here? Or it could be a side toe. I kind of like, I think that blends too much and that just doesn't look right. Okay. Then we also have this crisscross pocket. Oh, you know what else we have though? Where'd it go? I really did want to use this. And so maybe, tell me what you think. This is an over the page pocket. And it could go here. Or maybe I don't save this. Hang on. What if it goes here on that music page? I kind of like that, and it's spaced apart enough from the other embellishment. I like that. And then on the other one, we could do we could do this, or we could do the tuck or belly band right here. I'm really kind of digging this on this side. And then by just putting a piece of journaling sheet in there, we could still leave this open for journaling without taking up too much space, couldn't we? We could do that one. We could do this one. Oh, there's birds upside down. Don't want to do that. I actually really think it's this one. We're going to make that a little tuck. And we're going to add this over here. All right. So we're just going to glue this on the top and the bottom on both sides. And come on, don't fight with me. Almost did that one upside down, didn't I? Nope, I sure did. I told you I was on the struggle bus today. Okay. Glue all over me. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think that works really well there. And then our last piece will be this here, I think, in terms of pockets and tucks. And so we won't glue this side. Okay. We're just going to center that. Lovely. Love it. Okay. All right. I really don't think I want to add anything else because I don't want it to get too bulky. I really want to keep this one, I don't know, basic's not the right word, but I want it to stay, it can really be used as a journal. And then these other pockets can just go in my stash. These are so cute. I wish I could figure out a way to use, well, but then I'm taking up some of that journaling space, aren't I? Yeah, I think they're just going to go in my stash. I can let it go. All right, anything else in here? These are all journaling cards for us to use. Yep. Oh, that's a nice full page pocket, or it could be journaling card with pocket. I think we're going to make it a journaling card with. I think we have plenty going on in here. If we did anything else, I feel like it would be like a cluster or a tab or something like that, which we're not going to do right now. So we'll do that when we come back and decorate. Thanks for hanging out with me. I've been so excited to get this second one going and done. And then we can switch over to Aviary of Whispers. All right, cool. We're going to put these in the stash, and I will see you in the next video.